Right, back to this again. Doing some more tinkering. What I did was I made my own body post, which was shorter, out of some off bits of plastic, and then put these little clips in and some stainless steel fixings through to hold the magnet clips, and then I erudited the magnets on the top. And as you can see, one of the rear ones has come unstuck. Now that it's erudited to the shell, that's really strong. So I tried not to do any mods to the chassis whatsoever, but now I think I'm going to erudite the magnets onto this, because I'm not actually a fan of magnets normally. I've always found that Velcro is quite a good way to attach, but that I'm impressed with. Okay, that's, oh, that's annoying. When I did the test before, that did not happen. Oh, now I did not scuff, I just glued. Right, I'm going to I'm going to try then to put more glue in that area. I think that's the key, and also key this plastic. Maybe it doesn't stick to that plastic. Okay. Every time I'd done the test before, I was able to lift it up, and yeah, I was really impressed. Okay, right. Well, this is how we learn, by mistakes. So these shorty packs, 3 of them, all got the same issue. They're all at 3.7, which unfortunately none of them have a port for sorting out the cells, so I think all of this is dead now. So those out the way. Let's have a look at this then. What we're going to do here. It would be nice for the saddle pack to be there. The servo is too far down. But what I did find was using these. Now, they are longer than the hard case saddle pack, and they are shorter than a normal lipo, or some lipo. So my option is this. I did a little test and I'm quite impressed with this, and that is putting it in that area, moving all this back out, which is annoying because I did actually make those to the length for the motor, but bear with me, I'll move this around and show you what I'm thinking of next. So something a bit like that. So my cables are able to attach to the body shell, the receivers back to the first place that I thought of. This, I have to have it this orientation so that I can get to the little button that's on the top there, or otherwise it would have to go sideways and you won't be able to get access to that. And also I would have to redo these wires, which I don't mind adding to those, or even taking that apart and putting it straight on the board. That don't matter, but these plugs sit too high, so they need to be flush type so that they can, this body shell is going to fit better. So that's my next thing, which I don't think I've got any of those type. I've got the longer versions. The only ones I have got Right, these ones which are thicker, and they are for the one pack that I've got, which is that one, where the rest of them are all the normal size poles that go in there. Sure, I say normal size, I don't know the actual size offhand. Let's have an eyeball. 3/8, so I guess a 4mm, I guess is what it actually is. 3/7. Yeah. Well, okay. Let's try and put some poles, shorten these, and do that. Okay, I've come up with a different idea. So if the battery's this way round, then longer poles could be if I trim out some of where the center console is and the seat around that area, because this servo fits exactly on the end of there. It's just pure fluke that this happens. This is amazing. So we pop that on there, turn that upside down one-handed with ease, and then look through there. That black thing there is the battery, and the blue thing's the servo, and that holds that battery in beautifully. So if I trim some of that plastic away, I should be able to put the poles in. So let's try that. So I did find in my connectors box some connectors that I could actually have at an angle, which was a lower profile, but that was after I'd cut some away up there, which helps, because I'd noticed that if I carried on the long poles, that actually was creeping in. That was too short there, but that's actually creeping in to the footwell bit, and so the cable will be coming up there, and didn't want that. So shorter bars, and what I've done is I've changed that one. There is the original fixing that I used, which is this 3M VHB. Then I did Aradite, because it came unstuck on this side. I did Aradite. I've still decided not to trim back any of the chassis, but I'm using some other Scotch 3M tape, which is what I've used for putting car trim on real cars, just the trim on doors and wings and that stuff. So what we got is I still need to do the steering wheel. I've got that loose at the moment. Well, it just sort of, it's a bit poor. I don't know why it's not moving as much as his head is moving. His hand is still loose, because I still want to do the other lights. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. Thanks for watching. Catch you soon.